The sport of horse racing, in the form we see it now, started in England when King Charles II and his close friend and Lord Treasurer the Earl of Godolphin began racing horses. They purchased racehorses for their country estates surrounding the city of Cambridge and drew together jockeys and trainers into teams to compete in their name. Although there were only a few teams, news of their sensational clashes upon the racecourses of England spread quickly across the villages and cities. They sought possession of the fastest horses in the land, and in this pursuit the Earl of Godolphin was fortunate enough to purchase a particularly swift horse indirectly from the King of France, Louis XV. The King of France had in turn received the horse as an exotic gift from the Bey of Tunis, a ruler in the Arab world. This legendary horse was named Godolphin after its final owner, the Earl of Godolphin, and was to become the first in the line of a type of racehorse referred to as the thoroughbred. Nowadays, all of the millions of thoroughbred racehorses in the world are descendants of either this Godolphin horse or one of the other two thoroughbred horses from that era. The Godolphin racing team is now owned by the ruler of Dubai and consists of the finest collection of racehorses in the world, with the majority still located in the racehorse region surrounding Cambridge. During the 1700s, Queen Anne, niece of King Charles, elevated interest in horse racing by building an official royal racecourse on land known as Ascot that formed part of the Windsor Castle hunting grounds. Once a year, Queen Anne invited England's high society to gather at Ascot Racecourse and bring along their fine collections of priceless thoroughbred racehorses to compete for sought-after trophies. Many high society clubs were established around the sport, including the exclusive Jockey Club, which today is the biggest racecourse owner in England. Thoroughbred racehorses became the defining symbol of class and wealth. And as people collected these racehorses, more teams, legendary racehorses, jockeys and races emerged. Now, as Royal Ascot races gained popularity, A section of the racecourse stand, named the Royal Enclosure, was set aside for the most powerful racehorse collectors in the land and their friends. To enter the Royal Enclosure, gentlemen were required to wear a top hat and a formal suit. This dress code remains the same today and is a wonderful spectacle for those fortunate to be admitted. A series of sought-after racing trophies emerged, including the Royal Ascot Gold Cup, awarded by the monarch to owners of the fastest racehorse competing in one of the most challenging races at Royal Ascot. It also became customary for the jockey in each team to wear individually coloured team uniforms, or racing silks as they were known, so that the spectators could easily identify the team during the race. The purple and red team colours worn by the jockey for Her Majesty the Queen were chosen by King Edward VII, son of Queen Victoria. His colour choice allegedly inspired by his mother's obsession for violet and rose cream chocolates. Horse racing culture thrived in England, with many cities around the world, including Shanghai, Hong Kong, Tokyo, Singapore and Delhi, replicating the structure and culture of English racing, but with their own local teams. The second half of the 1900s saw the dominance of the sport challenged by the rise of soccer and motor racing, which have been restyled for global fans. English horse racing, now with over 3,000 teams and as many annual races, refused to compromise on its integrity and tradition. Now, with the launch of the Royal Enclosure brand, the sport has finally found a way, simple and attractive, to present the traditional and alluring aspects of English horse racing to the world. There are 32 illustrious teams presented in the Royal Enclosure table. These are owned by, often named after, Prince Khalid, Lady Bamford, ruler of Dubai, Her Majesty the Queen of England, and other notable racehorse collectors. Fine made-in-England accessories, including the iconic racing scarf, are designed in the racing colours of these 32 distinguished Royal Enclosure teams. Choose your Royal Enclosure team and follow them into daily clashes against other Royal Enclosure teams on the racecourses of England and beyond. Now, which team owner are you? Choose one of the four above: Razin, Queen of England, Godolphin, or Al Shakab. Now let's watch the race.
Here's M. Polarisation is the final one for this Educated Child Stakes, a mile and a half. Polarisation comes in. Just the last little bit of him to be loaded away. They're ready. They're off. The race are beginning uphill for the mile-and-a-half start here, and as they begin their journey, Melodious is one of the first to show with Martini Kayes and also Novancia and Senrima. That is the leading group. You're kidding, caught up wide of them. River Dart is next. Dartmouth about 6th, 7th against the running rail. Arcano Gold is next from Polarization. At the moment, Barish and Antiquarian, the last couple of runners with Open the Red preceding those by 1 length. But it's Martini Kayes. Jimmy Crane leading. Shows about a length ahead. Novancia, Joe Fanning in 2nd place. Looks at the black and white colours. Melodious. Graham Lee about level with You're Kidding. A white and green jacket for Sylvester de Souza. In between and Richard Hughes. White jacket, purple cap on Senrima. Next is Olivier Pellier on Dartmouth. Black cap races in company with River Dart. Royston French in the pink and mauve jacket as they head right up on the outside of the track here. You're Kidding just lost a few places. Arcano Gold, Barish, and behind these Polarization. And they're followed through by Open the Red, a dark jacket, a pink cap for Luke Morris. Is already they come under halfway. And Aquarium, William Björk is the back marker. So racing uphill now at the far end of the track and on towards the turn towards the straight. Senrima trying to sneak up on the inside of Martini Kayes, who still just about has the lead. Novancia's right in behind those, and then comes Melodious against the running rail. You're Kidding on the outside of River Dart. Dartmouth is a length and a half behind those in company with Polarization. Towards the right, the light blue is Arcano Gold, who's tracked through by Antiquarian. Barish right against the running red at the rear of the field. Open the Red still towards the rear, but Martini Kayes heading towards the last bit of the turn into the straight. She strides along nicely, leading to Novancia in 2nd place. Senrima's just pushed along in 3rd position. River Dart is next, then comes Melodious. Dartmouth is trapped away in the middle of the field. You're Kidding behind this. And then Arcano Gold and Antiquarian to the extreme right, but Martini Kayes, she's holding up at the moment. Heads down to the 2 marker. Martini Kayes still. Novancia stablemate in 2nd place. Melodious has moved into 3rd. Senrima is still there. Open the Red coming widest of all. Dartmouth is trying to get away through, and as they head down towards the last furlong, Dartmouth has got out and begins to come with Open the Red. Antiquarian at the half furlong mark. It's Dartmouth and Olivier Pellier in front of going 2 or 3 lengths clear. Dartmouth has won it in great style. It's going to be a very tight thing for 2nd. Antiquarian, Open the Red and Melodious.
First to number 3, Dartmouth, and a photo finish for 2nd place. First to number 3, a photo finish for 2nd place. Here is the result of the photo finish for 2nd place. 2nd, number 1. 3rd, number 15. The 4th place, Tours, number 8. The full result of race 2, the Educated Child Stakes.